actually a golden man. And he had very, very strong arms, beautiful hair that was, strewn all over his shoulders. His hair was tied in a top knot, and he had beautiful pearls dangling around his, knotted hair. And then he had beautiful, arms which came down along his knees. It was so long, beautiful arms, just like, the wings of a swan. And then he was wearing, pitambara, just like you wear, Krishna. He was dressed in a yellow dhoti. And the only difference between you and him was his color. You are Neeli Megha Shyama. You have Shyama Varna. And I'm so captivated that I do not like any other color. I only like Shyama Varna because it is your color, Krishna. But this golden man, he has captivated my heart. I don't know what to do. Who is this man? How can I feel so much attached to this man? And then Krishna smiled. He smiled so beautifully and said, "Oh Radhe, come here. Come near me and look in my Kaustubha Mani." And Krishna just just pulled out his Kaustubha Mani. It's a big locket that he was wearing. And then Srimati Radharani saw, in 1020 Dolby digital sound, she saw a beautiful vision. What was that vision? She saw the Sankirtan of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And Krishna was smiling and enjoying and said, and Radharani was saying, "This is the person I saw in my dream. Who is this person, Krishna? Who is this?" And then Krishna said, "This is me, oh Radhe." He said, "Where is your Shyama Varna? What happened to your, blackish complexion? Why do you have golden complexion?" And then Krishna said, "That's because I wanted to taste the love that you feel for me, Radhe, and that is why I have taken on your bodily complexion and your loving devotional mood. And in Kali Yuga, I will come like this. Both of us will come. Like I will come myself personally, taking on your mood and your complexion. And I will come and I will give everyone without any discrimination. I will give them Krishna Prema. I will give them pure love for me. And this I'm doing just because I want to taste the nectar that you taste every day. Every moment you taste a nectar of loving me. I don't know what that feels like. I see you crying when you see me. I see you crying when I am leaving. I see you crying when I'm with you. Why do you do that? It is impossible for me to understand, Radhe. What is there in me that makes you love me so much? And that is the reason why I am taking this form. By taking on your golden complexion and your mood, so I can relish, I can taste that nectar that you feel for me. So this is a very special thing that Krishna revealed to Srimati Radharani, a glimpse of what is coming in Kali Yuga, the golden period that we all have the great fortune of living in. The appearance of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu in this Kali Yuga is that. And we are so fortunate that we are able to live experiencing that golden incarnation of Sri Krishna. This is the mercy that we all have. And Kaustubha Mani is the one that revealed to Srimati Radharani. So Kaustubha Mani is a very, very special gem. And that is what is described here, that Kardama Muni saw, when he saw this personality, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he was wearing this Kaustubha Mani, because that is one of, like an ID card. What is an ID card? This is Krishna's ID card, that he wears the Kaustubha Mani. That is his identity. And how was he? He was standing on the back or on the shoulder of Garuda. Now, standing on the shoulder of Garuda, we can understand that, sometimes Lord Vishnu, he's sitting on Garuda. Sometimes he's standing on Garuda. That means Garuda is so strong that he's able to carry the weight of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So who is stronger? Is it Garuda or is it Krishna? Who is stronger? The servant
Krishna.
is the servant is always stronger, because Prabhupada describes this, that Krishna, he is so wonderful. Krishna is so wonderful. Krishna is so mesmerizing that Krishna loves to give all credit to his dear devotees. And his dear devotees love to give all credit to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now, if the servant is able to carry the Lord on his shoulder, yes, just like Hanumanji. Hanumanji carried Ram Lakshman on his shoulder. Both, Ram Lakshman were sitting on his shoulder and Hanumanji carried them. So this is the way that the Supreme Personality of Godhead gives kirti, gives glory, gives credit to his pure servitors. This is how the Supreme Personality of Godhead reciprocates with his dear devotees. Krishna's dear devotees are so, so dear to him that, Krishna can go to any extent to please his devotees. He will go to such an extent that to even forsake what he has said, he will let go of his word, but he will fulfill the words of his dear devotee. That's how devotees are dear to Krishna. And that's why Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. That my dear Arjuna, please declare it boldly that my devotees will never perish. That is how dear Krishna, the devotees are to Krishna. That Krishna says that, Arjuna, you declare it boldly. That Krishna feels that, if I say, then if my word goes against the word of my devotee, then I let go of my word. So even this declaration, let my devotee declare it. Then I will make sure that I will, fulfill it. Come what may, I will fulfill it. For that, Krishna can go to any extent. Like, even though he may not even follow the norms of the normal, laws of material nature, so to speak, Krishna will let go of even that, to fulfill the words or the promise of his devotees. There are so many instances that Krishna has done that. In the case of Bhima and Duryodhana, Duryodhana, all the, evil actions of Duryodhana, the cheating propensity of Duryodhana had, prompted Bhima to take this promise that he is going to break the ties that has, called upon Draupadi to sit on those ties. So he had promised that I'm going to smash and I want to destroy that tie. And in the battle of Kurukshetra, in the end, Bhima had challenged Duryodhana in club fighting. And in club fighting, one of the rules is that you cannot go below the waist. You cannot hit below the waist. But, Krishna, he signaled to Bhima that, my dear Bhima, kill, smash, put your, gada on the thigh of Duryodhana. Forget the laws of the normal way of fighting. That is dharma. Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. Srila Prabhupada says that what is dharma? Dharma is not what, dharma, artha, kama, moksha, or the norms of society. What are the laws and the regulations? No, that's not what dharma is. For a pure devotee, dharma is dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. Whatever comes out of the mouth of Krishna, that is dharma. So if Krishna tells us to go and lie to someone, we lie, that is dharma. That's why Dharmaraj Yudhishthir, when Krishna ordered him go and tell lie to Dronacharya that Ashwatthama is dead. Yudhishthira doubted Krishna. He didn't say Ashwatthama is dead. He didn't follow Krishna's instructions because Krishna is saying it. He said Ashwatthama iti gaja is dead. He said iti gaja very softly because he wanted to uphold his moral values more than the words of Krishna. But Bhimasena didn't care. Bhima said, Krishna has said means Krishna has said. Bas, khalas, whatever it is, I will do what Krishna is telling me to do. That is dharma. So that is the level of surrender, and this is why Garuda, is also so dear to Krishna that wherever Krishna wants to go, he doesn't even have to tell Garuda. The way Garuda and Krishna, how they communicate, as soon as Lord Vishnu wants to go somewhere, Garuda is so in sync with his Lord that Garuda, knows his master's heart so well that Vishnu thinks of something, Garuda will just stand there, Vishnu just comes sliding and Garuda takes him there. There's no communication. It's all communication from the heart, from Vishnu's heart to Garuda's heart. And that is what Srila Prabhupada says is the sign of a perfect servant or a perfect disciple. That there is levels of being a disciple. One level is, or the lowest level is, that whatever the guru will say, the disciple will do exact opposite. That is the lowest level. The disciple will not follow the instructions of the guru. That is one level. That's really horrible. Another mediocre level is whatever the guru will say, the disciple will do that only. Not -1, not +1. Whatever the guru will say, disciple will do that. One time, there was this one very, very such a sincere disciple. And the guru said, oh, my dear disciple, I think we'll go to Himalayas. I want to go and take darshan of Badrinath, Kedarnath, Gangotri, Yamunotri. So let's go. And disciple said, yes, Guru Maharaj, I always wanted to go on such a journey. Please, I'm so fortunate you're taking me with you. So disciple said, okay. I'm very happy that I'm fulfilling your desire. So pack everything for the journey and we'll start tomorrow morning. Disciple said, yes. No problem. I will pack everything. Keep everything ready. So then the disciple packed up everything very nicely. Whatever is required for the journey, he packed up everything. And then the next day morning, they started for the journey. The guru sat on the horse and the disciple, like a very, very sincere, disciple, he started walking along with the guru. And then while going on the road, after some time, the guru felt a little thirsty. And he said, oh, my dear Shishya, my dear disciple, can you give me a little water? I'm feeling very thirsty. You packed water? No, he said, yes. I actually packed the water, but just a little while ago, the bottle fell down. He said, oh, why you didn't pick it up? I said, Guru Maharaj, I am your Agyakari disciple. I will do whatever you tell me to do. You didn't tell me to pick up the water bottle, so I let it go. My only one aim, Ekeha Puru Nandana, is to just follow you. That's all. Whatever you tell me, I will do that. So the guru said, oh, that's the level you're in. Okay, no problem. So I'm, I'm telling you now, whatever falls from the horse, you pick it up, okay? I'm giving you firm instruction. Whatever falls, you pick it up. So yes, Guru Maharaj, I will follow your instruction. Don't worry. Whatever falls, I will pick it up. So then again, they started walking. After some time, the horse, he answered nature's call. Big lump fell from the horse. The horse's back. The disciple nicely picked it up in his own hands. He picked up the remnants from the horse and came and presented it to the Guru. Guru Maharaj, this fell from the horse. And the Guru said, go. Why are you doing this? Why are you bringing this nasty thing in front of me? Ashuddha. Go from here. I said, Guru Maharaj, I'm following your instruction. You told me that whatever falls, I have to pick it up and give it to you. So this fell from the horse. I'm picking it up and giving it to you. Said, oh, okay, this is that level of disciple. Okay, my dear disciple, take a pen, pick up a paper, and write down. So the guru went through all the things that was on the horse, all the luggage, the baggage. And then the disciple wrote down everything. So if anything from this list falls down, you pick it up, okay? And disciple said, yes, yes. Okay, Guru Maharaj, I will do that. I will do that. Then suddenly they again started walking, and then a little narrow road came, like a steep road came. And when going down the steep road, the horse started running fast and the guru fell down from the horse. And the disciple kept walking. And he said, Ari, Guru is saying, disciple, please pick me up, help me. And then the disciple looked at the list and said, Guru Maharaj, you're not on the list. How can I pick you up? So this is not the kind of disciple that we need to be. Srila Prabhupada says this is the second level of being a disciple or a servant, that we will follow blindly just exact words of whatever Guru tells us. That's good, at least better than the other level. But the top class disciple or the top class servant is that person who, without even the Guru telling anything, without even the master saying anything, understands the mood of the master and executes whatever they are, feeling in their heart. Like Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada knew exactly what would please Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. How many times did Srila Prabhupada have the fortune of meeting Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur personally? 3 or 4 times. That's all. But what an impact, he had. What a deep connection Srila Prabhupada has with Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, that he can write this statement that although for 1 year I seemed to be alone, struggling in the city of New York from 1965 to 1966, although I was apparently alone, but I never felt alone, Srila Prabhupada writes. I always felt the presence of my spiritual master walking by my side. That time, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur had left this planet. But Srila Prabhupada felt his presence. Why? Because of that deep connection, that heart-to-heart connection that both of them have. This is how we must try to serve. And that is the kind of glory that Garuda is teaching us, how to be a perfect servant. That he's carrying the weight of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in this regard. I always remember this very beautiful statement made by our spiritual master, Srila Jayapataka Maharaj. He had told us once, this is before 2008, before he suffered the stroke. One time it was calculated that Srila Jayapataka Maharaj was 6 months in the land, 6 months in the air. That was how much frequent of a traveler he is. So he used to wear, if anyone knows, all of you might be knowing, that he has, Sudarshana ring in his hand. In his fingers, he used to wear Sudarshana, he used to wear another ring. So he says that I'm actually a carrier of the Lord. The Lord has just chosen me to be a carrier. And I'm just traveling so that I can fulfill the words that Srila Prabhupada has told me. The blessed curse that Srila Prabhupada has passed on in the parampara, that I can fulfill that. So I consider, that's why I wear this ring, so that I can consider myself to be just a carrier of the instructions of my spiritual master and the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that was his mood, and that is his mood even now. Although he can't wear the rings right now, but the rings travel with him wherever he goes. Even now he's in ICU, the rings are with him. they are being worshipped by one of his servants, wherever he is. So these rings he considers himself to be their carrier. He said, in the mood of Garuda, I try to carry the Lord with me, that they are just using me as an instrument so that I can fulfill the instructions of my spiritual master. So this is the mood that we must try to cultivate. These are the teachings that we get from Garuda. And then continuing on in text 12, how Kardama Muni is so wonderfully glorifying the Supreme Personality of Godhead with beautiful prayers. Why is he doing that? Srila Prabhupada mentions it so beautifully in the translation itself. Srila Prabhupada is saying that when Kardama Muni realized the Supreme Personality of Godhead, realized means when Kardama Muni saw the Supreme Personality of Godhead in person, Kardama Muni was very, very satisfied in his heart that all of his transcendental desires were fulfilled. And therefore, he offered his obeisances by falling flat on the floor, and with folded palms, he offered prayers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So prayer, is an automated response to the fulfillment of our desires. So when we feel that, oh, this is something that I wanted, we automatically tend to thank Krishna. Krishna, thank you. You got this beautiful thing for me that I was desiring. Thank you, Krishna. Prayer is an automatic response for some mercy that we have received from the Lord, positively, generally. When I say positively, generally, is that, are we really thankful to Krishna when things are not positive in our lives? Are we able to cultivate that? That when things don't turn out the way we want them to turn out, that time, can we say, Krishna, thank you. I did not want this, but you're still giving this to me. Thank you, Krishna. Kunti Devi was such a person that she prayed for problems. She said that, Krishna, when we were in problem, you were always with us. And today, my sons have won the Kurukshetra war. My sons have gotten the kingdom back. And when everything is good in our life, you are leaving us and going away. No, Krishna. If this is the thing that we have to do to have you in our lives, then I don't want this kingdom. You stay with us. Give me problems. Vipada Shantu. Give me problems, Krishna, so that you can stay with us. Now, we may definitely not be on the platform of Kunti Devi, to say, Krishna, please give me problems all the time. But at least we can try to say to Krishna that, Krishna, whatever situation you have put me in, whether it be so-called bad or so-called good, it is anyways relative. Being sick is bad for me, but it is very good for the doctor. The doctor gets his business only when I'm sick, right? So it's good for the doctor, but bad for me. So, when we are eating, ice cream, chocolates, when our kids are eating all of that, it's good for the people who are selling, and it's good for the dentist, but may not be good for, us as parents or even for the children. So good and bad in material life is very subjective. It is very subjective. One person's food may be another person's poison. So in whatever situation we may be in, can we at least just giving mouth service, lip service, even though we don't mean it from our heart, but at least we should try and say, thank you, Krishna. Krishna, today I am not understanding why you are giving me this test, why you are putting me in a difficult situation, but still I want to say thank you to you. Again, I will bring the example of Srila Jayapataka Maharaj. We just received, those of us who follow him on his app, we can see that even in this ICU, even though he's in the ICU, he's preaching to the nurses. He's preaching to the doctors. He sees these as opportunities where he can give Krishna to everyone. He, in fact, said that this was a field that I was not, tapping into. So maybe Krishna made me sick so that I can go into the hospitals and even approach the doctors and the nurses. So this is his attitude. And, when we have such strong acharyas in our movement, then at least a part of it we can try to imbibe in our own lives, that whatever situation the Lord has put us in, be it apparently good or bad, we must learn to say thank you. Because always remember this one mantra for success is only a grateful heart can be the true recipient of the mercy coming from Krishna. Only if we have gratitude do we deserve to receive the mercy of Krishna. If we don't have a grateful heart, we cannot get the mercy of Krishna. The mercy of Krishna will come, it will get deflected if we do not have a grateful heart. But a grateful heart becomes the perfect recipient for the Lord's mercy. This is how a devotee sees that. So how in the last verse that we read today, that Kardama Muni is saying that, my dear worshipful Lord, the power of my sight is now purified because I'm seeing you in person. Many, many successive births of deep meditation, the yogis aspire to see this transcendental form of yours, but you are so merciful, so kind that you're revealing this form to me. Kardama Muni is speaking such beautiful words, and in the purport, Srila Prabhupada says this is the perfection of Bhakti Yoga. That Bhakti Yoga means utilizing all of our senses in the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Our eyes to see the form of the Lord, our nose to smell the tulasi and the sandalwood that has been offered to the lotus feet of the Lord, our tongue to taste the prasad that has been offered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, our tongue, which has two actions, one to taste and one to speak only to glorify the Lord's devotees and the Lord himself. Our ears to hear the transcendental glories of the Lord. So in this way, our sense of touch to embrace the devotees of the Lord. In this way, when we engage each and every one of our senses in the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Srila Prabhupada is assuring us in the purport that the day will come when we can see the Supreme Personality of Godhead face to face. And that day, when the day comes to see the Supreme Lord face to face, we must know what to pray to the Supreme Lord. It should not be, oh Supreme Lord Krishna, please give us our daily bread. Please let me, get this much result. Oh, please, Krishna, my, family, this is happening. My family, that is happening. Please let all this become okay. We can say all that. Of course, who else will we say to if we don't say that? To Krishna. No, that's okay if we are saying it. But apart from that, what should be our prayer to Krishna? That Krishna, I just want to serve you unconditionally, birth after birth, for your pleasure, for your satisfaction. Please engage me the way you want. I am just a puppet in your hands. The mood of Srila Prabhupada, that is the mood that we must try to cultivate. Now, it's not that if we are undergoing any, difficulty in our lives that, still I want to just pray like this. No, we can pray that Krishna, please, if you feel appropriate, please help me in this situation. But we must add this, that if you so desire Krishna. Srila Prabhupada taught us these things. So we must try to apply this in our day-to-day life. Because, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in the Madhya Leela, in, I believe it's the chapter is called The Process of Devotional Service. I think it's chapter 20, 2, I believe, in Madhya Leela of Chaitanya Charitamrita, where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is describing the process of devotional service. And there Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu is talking about, Dhruva Maharaj's instance. That how Dhruva Maharaj, when he was coming back to his kingdom after seeing the Supreme Personality of Godhead, in a matter of just 6 months, he saw the Supreme Personality of Godhead face to face. He was able to talk to Krishna face to face. That is the potency of his tapasya. But what was the driving force for his tapasya? It was revenge. He wanted, a sthana, a place which is higher than his own father. And the Lord fulfilled it. But when he was returning, he was feeling such guilt in his heart that why, oh, why, oh, why? Why did I desire broken pieces of glass when I have this rare diamond of the association of the Supreme Personality of Godhead? That was his realization. He said, I was searching after broken pieces of glass, but instead, actually, I received the most valuable jewel. So therefore, I do not want any other benediction from you, O Krishna. Please just give me your devotional service. So we must not have this kind of guilt when we are face to face with the Lord, because that day will come. Srila Prabhupada has guaranteed that day would come. But we must be able, that's why we need to cultivate, how we can be grateful for every situation that we are in, Otherwise, that guilt, if we are only looking for some material thing like Dhruva Maharaj, he's teaching us by his example that don't do what I did. Go to the last of what I did. Don't do what I did, how I did my austerity. Just don't do because of that. He said, Sthana bhilashita tapasi sthitoham tvam praptavan deva munindra guhyam kacham vichanvan api divya ratnam swamin kritarthosmi varam nayache. Kritartha, that I am feeling so satisfied in my heart just by seeing the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that I don't want to ask any benediction. I don't want all this thana bhilashita that, I came here for all this mundane thing. I don't want all this. What I simply want is service to Krishna. So that is something we must try to cultivate, and that is what is taught here by Kardama Muni. That Kardama Muni is teaching us that, yes, how we can try to cultivate this gratitude so that when we are face to face with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one day that day will come by the mercy of Guru and Krishna, that the Lord will be, we will be face to face with the Lord. So that day, we must be able to say, Krishna, thank you. Thank you for whatever situation you have put me in, because I know that whatever you are doing is for the best. That much let us try to cultivate. Then we will have that gratitude in our heart. And our heart, when it is having that gratitude, then Sri Radha and Krishna, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Sri Nityananda Prabhu, the Guru Vargas, they will all make their permanent residence in the region of our hearts, and they will never leave. And that way we will become the most satisfied, the most happy, most peaceful, most blissful in our lives. And it'll be the fulfillment of all of our desires. So with this, we will conclude our session today. If there's any questions, comments, realizations, or reflections, we can take that now. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Your sessions are always mesmerizing and very clear explanation with so many nice stories. Thank you so much, Mataji. So yes, devotees, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, can I?
Yeah, please, Mataji. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. The class was so nice, Mataji. I have only one doubt. So whatever we read, regularly. So upon some time we forget, if at all we don't repeat whatever we have studied. So do we remember whatever the prayers that we have learned in the lifetimes, Mataji? So when we reach the God, Supreme Personality of Godhead, so can we repeat the prayers at that time? So can we remember them?
Very nice question, Mataji. Yes. Actually, His Grace Jananivas Prabhu, he once told us that Krishna, he understands the language of the animals. He understands the language of the birds. So, Krishna understands English, Krishna understands Tamil, Krishna understands Kannada, he understands Hindi, he understands Sanskrit also. He loves it when we actually Jananivas Prabhu was saying this when he was teaching us in the deity worship seminar. My mother was saying this, that he said that yes, there are mantras that we need to know when we are putting the Lord to rest or when we are waking up the Lord. But the Lord loves it when we say the Sanskrit words, we say the Sanskrit mantras, but we also say it in our own words. My dear Lord, please wake up. My dear Lord, please take rest now. In our own language, because that's more sweeter. That's more, from heart. We can say it. Otherwise, we are just saying very mechanically in Sanskrit. So yes, the prayers are very important, which are taught to us by our acharyas. And the more we continue to read, they will continue to stay in our mind. Yes, they will stay in our mind. And it comes by practice, that the more we try to remember even the bhajans, Srila Prabhupada says that all of our bhajans are nothing but prayers. Manasho deho geho jo kichu mor, or pinu tua pade nanda kishore. This is a prayer, but it is in the form of a bhajan. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur's songs, Narottam Das Thakur's songs, Lochan Das Thakur's songs, they are all, although they are bhajans, they are beautiful, beautiful prayers. Nothing but prayers. So if we just remember those, that's good. And Krishna will give us the intelligence. The more we practice, the more we remember. So yes, Krishna will give us the remembrance, because Krishna says, from me comes remembrance, intelligence, and forgetfulness. So, but we must not think that, oh, I will not do my best. Somehow Krishna will give me some remembrance. But we must try our best and then leave the rest to Krishna. And he will definitely give us whatever he feels that we need to make spiritual advancement. The key is sincerity. So just let us be sincere, and then Krishna will take care. Hope this answers your question.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Medhavi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhanat Pranams. Thank you so much. Very wonderful session. The way you express it, it's like the Leela is going on in front of our eyes. Thank you so much. Very transcendental. Mataji, my question is, you beautifully described about the three kinds of servants. Sometimes in our endeavor to understand our Guru's heart, we try to do something which might backfire. Sometimes too much enthusiasm also falls flat. I remember once my Guru Maharaj, Guru Maharaj was distributing prasadam, and I was like in all enthusiasm, I ran to get the prasadam. Guru Maharaj said, come in the line. Okay, Guru Maharaj, sorry. And then I went back in the line. So I was just thinking of that when you were mentioning about the three kinds of servants. So sometimes in our enthusiasm or whatever may be the reason, and sometimes we want to follow the instruction, but in following that instruction, we want to go that extra mile, and that sometimes we don't know whether it is pleasing to the spiritual master. Because in this case, I knew I had displeased my spiritual master. I begged forgiveness. I went in the line and took prasadam. But in most of the cases, we don't know whether that extra mile is pleasing our spiritual master. So generally, I send an email to Guru Maharaj. Earlier Guru Maharaj used to respond very, very quickly, but nowadays, due to Guru Maharaj's health condition, sometimes we don't get responses. Sometimes we get responses once a month or once in 2 months. So in such situation, how do we understand whether what we are trying to do is pleasing to the spiritual master or not? Can you please help, Mataji?
Very, very good question. Very, very good question. Well, that is the reason why we actually, the Gurukul system, it is explained by our current Guru Vargas that even in the previous ages, the way the Gurukul system works is that the Guru actually trains a few of the disciples. Then those disciples in turn go as the representative of the Guru, and they, train the others. They give their personal time to the others, because the Guru is just one person. It's very difficult for the Guru to take care of, thousands of devotees. But then he gives his training to, some of them, and then each of them take up 10 devotees. That way, the same care and attention that is received by the Guru, to the senior devotees, then they transfer that to the other junior devotees. That was the system in the Gurukul. And that is a system that even Srila Prabhupada followed. Of course, disciples do always have the access, like you mentioned, that yes, emails, but it's not as frequent. We cannot expect that, our spiritual master will give, there are some gurus in our society who are not able to give a one-on-one attention to their disciples. They're not able to do that. But does that mean that means they don't care for the disciples? They do, because there are other ways that we can receive the personal mood, and we can understand the personal mood of the spiritual master by actually associating with those devotees who are close to the Guru, associating with the disciples of the spiritual master, the senior devotees. So our senior god brothers, our senior god sisters, when we associate with them, then we understand, oh, this is what our Guru Maharaj would be happy with. Oh, this is how our spiritual master would be happy with. If I do this, then my spiritual master will be happy. So that is the way this works, and that is why, most gurus in ISKCON today, they have a care team. They have this, they have many gurus actually have their own care team where the senior disciples are taking care of the other disciples. And their job is not to be the Guru, never to be the Guru, but to just transmit whatever they have learned from the Guru directly, which they had the good fortune of doing, to transmit that to their, to others, to other devotees. And that was the way that even Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu acted. Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he trained Nityananda Prabhu, the Panchatattva, Srivas Thakur, Advaita Acharya, Gadadhar, all of them. And they would go out, and give their mercy, pass on the mercy of Gauranga Mahaprabhu to every other devotee in that sense. So this is how things work. And of course, when we are trying to serve our spiritual master, there are certain things that come as a matter of practice, like the example that you have mentioned, that you ran to get the mercy of the spiritual master. But how we read in our Shastra, we read so many pastimes, right? Like when Rupa and Sanatan received the mercy of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, or when Prataparudra Maharaj, how he received the mercy of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. It was the devotees who actually pushed Prataparudra Maharaj and told him how to approach Gauranga Mahaprabhu so that it will please Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Because they knew how to please Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So they were able to tell that to Maharaj Prataparudra, and Maharaj Prataparudra followed that, and he received so much mercy from Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So that is the way, that we can receive mercy from the spiritual master when we know how to, get the mercy. Is that, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur actually had one law, one rule. He had told his secretary that if anybody comes, you ask that person that one question. If anyone comes to meet me, ask them one question. Are you a devotee of Krishna? If they say yes, then tell them that I don't have time for them. Tell them that I don't have any time for them, that they can come back later. And then the servant was a little shocked. He said, "Oh, Guru Maharaj, you will not have any time for devotees of Krishna?" He said, no. If someone comes and tells you that actually I'm trying to be a servant of the devotees of Krishna, then you send them in. Because then to such people I have lot of time. But those who claim to be directly the servant of Krishna or the devotee of Krishna, tell them I don't have any time. Because what is our philosophy? Our philosophy is Gopi Bhartu Pada Kamalayor Das Adas Adas Anudas. That is our philosophy. So when we push others towards Guru Maharaj, when we push others towards Guru and Krishna, we get the mercy also. When we are happy that others are receiving mercy from Krishna, then we receive that same mercy. That same mercy is showered upon us. In fact, Mahaprabhu said this when he was giving his mercy to Rupa and Sanatan, and Mahaprabhu was just looking around the room to see every reaction on every face of devotee who was present in that room. And everyone was smiling that, oh, Rupa and Sanatan are getting so much mercy. And Mahaprabhu declared that because all of you are getting so happy because of Rupa and Sanatan receiving so much mercy, each and every one of you have got the same result, the same mercy that both of them have received. This is the secret to spiritual life. Gopi Bhartu Pada Kamalayor Dasa 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 Anudas. So when we are able to do that, when we try to lead our life, trying to be the servant of the servant of the servant of the spiritual master, then we receive the mercy of the spiritual master. Hope this answers. I'm sorry to give a 10-mark answer to a 2-mark question, but
very wonderful,
sorry.
Mataji. Just seeking your blessings to develop this attitude, Mataji. At least I suffer so much. Please bless us, bless me, so that I can develop this attitude. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Danat Pranam. Mataji, I have one more question, but I'll ask after Suma Mataji. Suma Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. First, Suma Mataji will ask. Thank you, Mataji. Yeah, Suma Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Pranams, Kalas. Because I have written down so many questions, Mataji. Whenever I see you, I make a list of questions, Mataji. But because of the time constraint, I'll ask only one. Mataji, the Prabhupada, because I'll always convinced by all the answers you are given by you, Mataji. So, like we are all spoon-fed children, Mataji. Like how you said, for 2-mark question, you give us the 10-mark answer. So we all need that, Mataji. Mataji, my first question is about the promise, Mataji, that what Srila Prabhupada has given us. So we will be able to see the Lord. So that is the only thing, Mataji, how we should be prepared. Like we should always be optimistic, though I know that I am not qualified, but it is all the mercy that is flowing down. So Mataji, so is it in this body that we will be able to see, or when we go to Goloka, that is it that, Mataji? The Srila Prabhupada has promised that you will be able to go to Goloka, and then obviously we'll see the Lord if we get the chance to Goloka. But what about that, Mataji? In this body, we will be able to see, Mataji, the Lord. Hare Krishna. Because many devotees have seen the Lord with their material body here. Hare Krishna. So, thank you, Mataji.
Srila Prabhupada has given us the guarantee that if we chant our 16 rounds every day, if we follow the 4 regulative principles, if we do the morning program strictly, then in this body itself, we will be able to see the Supreme Personality of Godhead face to face. Srila Prabhupada has given that guarantee. So it's not that, and we are definitely not qualified, but at the same time, if we just have faith in the words that Srila Prabhupada has said, that is enough. That is enough. And it's not that at the end of this life, even if we see Krishna, it's not that at the end of this life we will be going back home, back to Godhead. There is a lot of process for that. There are a lot of prerequisites for that. So going back home, back to Godhead is not the criteria. For a devotee, actually going back home, back to Godhead is not at all a criteria. If we study the lives of our acharyas, if we study the lives of pure devotees, what do they pray for? Janame janame hoy ei abhilash. What is their abhilash? That I just want to serve the devotees. I just want to serve devotees. It may be in Goloka Vrindavan, it may be in this Bhauma planet, it may be in the hellish planets, it may be in different loka, wherever it may be. My only condition, Krishna, is that please allow me to just be in the association of my spiritual master. Please allow me to just be with my spiritual master and serve him wherever he may be. If we can just cultivate this, that's enough. Because the spiritual master, if we are with the spiritual master, then any place is Goloka Vrindavan, right? That is Goloka Vrindavan. Wherever we are devotees, that place is Goloka Vrindavan. That is the verdict of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. That is the verdict of our acharyas. So going back home, back to Godhead is not at all a criteria. Service in the association of devotees, that is the criterion. Just pray for that. That's all we need. Just service in the association of devotees. A chance to render service. An opportunity to render service. That pleases the spiritual master and Krishna. That's all we want. Now, where Krishna chooses us to go, it doesn't matter. For that, we are a puppet. But our condition only is this much. That's all. So, but yeah, Srila Prabhupada has guaranteed that if anyone is chanting 16 rounds, following the 4 regulative principles and doing the morning program, they will be able to see Krishna face to face in this lifetime, in this body. It's a guarantee.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. To come to that state like to have so much of faith on the spiritual master, it's very difficult, Mataji. We have not yet gained that, Mataji. So is it only enough that we follow his instructions, Mataji, to come to that state?
Srila Bhaktacharu Swami Maharaj, I remember one statement he made. He said, actually, it's very easy to have faith in the words of the spiritual master. It's very easy. You just have faith in the words of the spiritual master and just do what you can do. Chant, we can do chanting. We can do association of devotees. We can do seva. Just do the things that you can do. Now imagine if you don't have faith in the words of Krishna, then what is the situation? Then you will go into the situation where things that you can't even do anything about, you'll have to start worrying about those things. Means you can't control what people do around you. You can't even control your own mind, what it is doing to you, what to speak of others. So you can't control anything that is happening around you. That is a more difficult situation, isn't it? So it is more easy to have faith in the words of the spiritual master and do what we can do. Just chant and have faith. The more we have faith, the faith keeps growing. The more we have faith, the more we associate with devotees who have faith, that faith keeps growing. So when we keep growing our faith, then one day we'll see that, we are good. We are seeing Krishna face to face. In fact, one time, His Grace Pankajangri Prabhu, such a discussion was happening in Mayapur during Bhagavatam class. I remember that time, this is way before, I think this is around 25 years ago, maybe even more. I've been married 25 years. Not 23 years, but yeah, this was when I was like 16, 17 years old. So quite long ago. In Bhagavatam class one day, one devotee asked this question that, oh, our spiritual master is responsible to take us back home, back to Godhead. But we see that in ISKCON, sometimes the spiritual master falls down. Then we have nothing to go on in our spiritual life. Our spiritual master itself is gone. Then who do we have faith? Then Pankaj Prabhu said, well, you take another spiritual master. You take reinitiation and you take another spiritual master. And then the devotee said, what if that spiritual master falls down? What if I get kicked by that spiritual master also? So he said, I'm like a football, getting kicked from here, getting kicked from there. Then what will happen? So Pankaj Prabhu just looked down and he said, yeah, don't worry about it. Srila Prabhupada, he's ultimately the goalkeeper. And even though we are like that football getting kicked around, one day, that day will come that the goalkeeper will allow our football to go inside the goal and we'll be in Goloka Vrindavan after getting so many kicks. So it doesn't matter. So this was how cool he was about it. You see, the matter of the fact is that, yes, it is a very difficult situation, for those devotees who in the early 80s, they experienced so much of, gurus falling down and, so much experience those devotees have had. Such difficulty they have undergone in their spiritual life. But even that is actually not a difficulty, but because you get kicked and you get kicked and you get kicked, and one day you're in Goloka Vrindavan. We never lose faith, because that faith keeps building and building and building. And one day Krishna takes charge, he gives us access, because ultimately it's Srila Prabhupada.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna. It's so nice to hear from you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Yeah. Next, Krishnamurti Prabhu. After that, Medhavni Mataji, you can ask. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Mataji, I have no voice and I have no words to talk with you. Yes, because by the grace of you, I am in the glance of Supreme Lord. I feel. Yes, because in this age, regularly I am hearing Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Chaitanya Charitamrita and all those things. If these were happening only because of the grace and the mercy of the devotees. So you are making me I am regularly, by hearing the class, I am become least than the dust. Supreme Lord is there. He will take care of us. The only the belief that is growing on. No, nothing to do in this world. As and when he calls me, I am ready to quit this place. I am this. That is the only criteria you are. You. All the devotees are making me to that extent. I am grateful to you. I have no voice. I have no questions at all. No, nothing else. So thing is, you are making me again and again, reminding me, and then to be in that place. So I request your kind self and all the Prabhujis and Matajis. I must not be fall down from this. That is the only thing. Please, you please grace me. Please, Mataji. That is the only thing. I am grateful to you, Mataji. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Prabhuji, we are also requesting the same prayer, that you also pray for us, that we can always be in association of sincere Vaishnavas like yourself. Thank you. Thank you.
Krishnamurti Prabhu is attending all the classes, Mataji. Since morning till night, we have so many different classes, and Krishnamurti Prabhu is the one. And there are many other devotees who are constantly, they are hearing. So thank you, Krishnamurti Prabhu, for giving us your association, and to all the devotees who are giving their association to us. So thank you. Very good. Medhavni Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna Mataji. So it's very difficult to stop with one. So thank you so much for the opportunity, Narani Mataji. So Mataji, I was in the same thread where we're trying to please our guru. So I know that I stay in Mumbai. So here there is this huge counselor system kind of format that is actually implemented by His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. So there is very, very close interaction where the senior disciples of Radhanath Swami Maharaj, they are given the status of a counselor, that you have to be part of one of those groups, like that. It is a mandate in Mumbai, right? So there are 3 temples, and if you're associated with Radha Gopinath Mandir, or you're aspiring from His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, I'm also part of that. I'm not. I'm a disciple of His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Shri Guru Maharaj, but I'm also a part of the consular system. The advantage of being in Mumbai, right? If you have His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj as your Siksha Guru, also you are allowed to be part of the consular groups. That is the advantage of being in Mumbai, at least. I don't know how far it is there in other places. So, Mataji, I just wanted to check is there any such scheme or mechanism that we can be closely connected, because Guru Maharaj comes very rarely, at least of late. He visited once a year. He just came to Mumbai this year. Before that it was like 3-4 years. So of course we have our JSSS coordinator Vamshidhar Vishal Prabhu, who tells us, Guru Maharaj wants this, you get this for Guru Maharaj, like that. Only when Guru Maharaj visits it is there, or when we call up and ask, Vamshidhar Vishal Prabhu, that I want to do this, Prabhu. I've written to Guru Maharaj, he's not replied on the email. So can you just check? So he always very, very kindly, he approaches Guru Maharaj servants and we get an answer. But in general, right, when we're not attempting something specific, or we're not having a specific query, there is no, I'm not aware of any modality, because here the counseling meetings happen every once in 2 weeks. So whether we are reading or not, whether we are chanting or not, whether we are doing the ABCD square or not, constant reporting is a mandate here in the system. So I just wanted to know, Mataji, is there some kind of a system like that for His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Sishya Samoha, that which can be implemented across, so that, because Guru Maharaj also tells that some of the disciples are not chanting 16 rounds, and those disciples vanish because there is no such group where they you're called and pulled up. Are you chanting your rounds? Are you hearing every day? Like that. So is there a forum like that, Mataji, in Mumbai, what we can adopt if there is something else like that? Can you please advise, Mataji? Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you. This is a question that is for Jayapataka Swami disciples. So I'm not sure if it is a proper appropriate etiquette that I can, I have the answer for it, but maybe we should, talk about it on a personal forum, because this is a forum for, different devotees. It's a platform for different devotees, and not just disciples of Jayapataka Swami Maharaj.
Sure.
But there is such a forum. There is such, there is the JPS Disciples Care Committee, and the JSSS that is there in Mumbai. You can, coordinate with your local coordinator, and you'll get
I'm
more.
associated with JSSS. I'll talk to you personally, Mataji. On this, I'll connect with you personally. So yes, Mataji. And it's not about just His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Shri Guru Maharaj, because I know that this is prevalent only for His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj's group. Otherwise, there's Bhakti Vikas Swami Maharaj, Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj disciples. So, is it common across ISKCON, or is it each Guru Maharaj prerogative? That also I wanted to check, Mataji.
Well, every guru has their own way of dealing with this. They have their unique way of, reaching out to their disciples. Some devotees, some gurus have like this kind of care units. They have the counselor system. But they do have, senior devotees taking care of the newer devotees. So they, by default, every guru in ISKCON, they have that. They do have that system.
Okay, Mataji. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Dandavat Pranam.
So
Any other?
Yeah, yes, Mataji, that's what I was going to ask.
Hare
So,
Krishna, Mataji. Yes, Mataji. I'm very sorry, Mataji, because you are like an ocean of knowledge, Mataji. Taking away more realizations and guidance from you is like, it's so beneficial for us, Mataji. We don't want to, we are very greedy, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Mataji, my question is that I have seen many people, many devotees sharing their reciprocations that they had with the Lord. So I just wanted to know, Mataji, is it okay? Because we always feel like sharing, no, Mataji, whatever good happens. So we just want to share that nectar. So is it advisable to share that, Mataji, or not, Mataji? I am asking this for everyone's benefit, Mataji. So
Yeah, that's
just
fantastic. It's a fantastic question. You see, the thing is that we need to understand that, what is the forum that we are in, like, for example, Parikshit Maharaj, when he was asking questions to Shukadev Goswami, it was a matter of life and death. So, people who were there present in the audience was Shaunaka Rishi and the other, sages, even Narada Muni was there, Devala, Sita Vyasa, everyone was there at that time. But everyone understood the situation that Parikshit Maharaj is in, and he can ask any kind of question and not be judged. He would not be judged. That was the forum that he was in. But sometimes in our excitement, many, like even Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, when he would, like in Srivas Thakur's home, when they would have the midnight kirtans, the nocturnal kirtans at Srivas Thakur's home, when that pastime took place of Srivas Thakur's son died and that milk drinking brahmachari, all these pastimes happened in Srivas Thakur's home when they would have the nocturnal kirtans, where no one outside, other than being a pure devotee, no one was allowed entrance into that private surcharged, spiritually surcharged environment. Only in Srivas Thakur's house, very selected devotees were actually part of that. Why? Because Lord Chaitanya would display his ultimate rasas. He would display his ultimate ecstasies. And if someone who is present in the audience who does not understand that, then they would mistake Lord Chaitanya. They would misunderstand Lord Chaitanya. And they would make judgments based on that. So that is why it was a very, very closed circuit kind of a program. Similarly, one time, Srila Prabhupada, he was doing a Pandal program, and Srila Prabhupada started talking about the mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. And when he started talking about the mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, Srila Prabhupada went into such deep ecstasy. That ecstasy, the devotees, his disciples who were sitting in the front bench, they could feel Srila Prabhupada's tears coming like spears, coming like, like arrows and, hitting them like this. Imagine tears, flowing out of Srila. That is a kind of ecstasy that was happening. It was being experienced by devotees, by disciples of Srila Prabhupada. They have mentioned about it. They saw Srila Prabhupada in so much ecstasy that Srila Prabhupada's tears were piercing them like arrows, like spears. So immediately, they experienced this for maybe a minute or a few seconds, but Srila Prabhupada immediately, stopped speaking, and he just looked around to the devotees and he said, start chanting. And Srila Prabhupada just stopped speaking. Because why? Because there were many, many devotees or new people who were present in that Pandal program who would not understand this ecstasy of Srila Prabhupada. They would misunderstand and they would judge Srila Prabhupada, making him or just making comment, oh, he's like a sahajiya, he's a pseudo person, just showing, oh, he's fainting, just showing like this. So the forum that we are in is very, very important. When we are sharing any of our personal interactions or our realizations, we must be confident of whoever we are sharing it with, that they will not judge us. That at least they will be able to encourage us. They will be able, that's why we reveal this in confidence to a few devotees, whom we have faith in. It is not a thing to be declared or proclaimed. Oh, I saw, one time Srila Prabhupada was on a morning walk, and I think it was Brahmananda Prabhu. He came and told they were just having a conversation, and he told Srila Prabhupada that, oh, they have taken a survey of the people in the world about who has seen God. And they say that nobody in the world has seen God. And Srila Prabhupada just stopped walking. And he said, oh, have they taken a survey of everyone in this planet? How can they make a statement that nobody has seen God? So Srila Prabhupada, if you read that dialogue of exchange, Srila Prabhupada never says that I have seen God. He has never made the declaration that I have seen God. Even to his own disciples, he has not made that statement. Why? Srila Prabhupada, rather, he makes this statement: have they taken any survey of everyone on this planet? How can they say that nobody has seen God? Which means that I have seen God. How can they say that, they have not seen God? But, Srila Prabhupada is not making that direct, like a statement that I have seen God, So in this way, we must be very careful of sharing things in confidence only, because otherwise people take it, not so nicely. People may judge like that. So we must be careful to whom we are sharing our heartfelt realizations with, so that we are not judged,
Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Pranams to you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, we don't want to stop this session because it's seriously a nectar flowing. But we have always we have a constraint of time. So 11 o'clock, there is another class. And yes, Mataji, I think once again, we want a question answer session from both of you and Prabhuji. So thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Hari Bol. Devotees can stay just for 2 minutes. So we will say Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha. Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha.
Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so
Hare
much,
Krishna.
Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Please just wait for 2 minutes.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Ashish Prabhu. Mataji, you can log out.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Means I know because there is midnight, almost midnight. So,
no, it's actually 30 here.
okay. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Ashish Prabhu.
Am I audible?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
Okay. So, you can keep your you can keep yourself muted. Yeah. Okay. So reporting link has also been shared in the chat box, so you can report your attendance over there. Okay.
Very low volume, sir. We couldn't hear you, Prabhu. Very low volume.
Not able.
Okay. Am I audible now? Am I audible now?
Yes, you are audible, Prabhuji, but the voice is
But
very
not
low.
Very low volume,
Yeah,
Prabhu.
you are audible. I think Padma Mataji can mute. And Rajlakshmi Mataji can mute because I'm not the host, so I can't mute. Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Thank you. Yeah, Prabhu, now it's okay.
Am I audible now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. Reporting link has been shared. Many of you are not filling the reporting link, the attendance, so you can fill it. We will not be able to remind you every time. Okay, but as a practice, some of you can start.
Prabhu, not audible, Prabhu, again.
Okay, one second. Just
Prabhuji, not clear, Prabhuji.
one second.
Prabhu, your voice is low. We can hear you, but it's very low.
Okay, am I audible now?
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. Okay, so the reporting link, the attendance link will be shared. It is already been shared in the WhatsApp group, but many of you are not able to do it. Okay, so do it because we will not be able to share in the Zoom every time. But yes, one of you can take the service of
Prabhuji, voice is not clear.
Prabhu is saying that one of you can take this service to share the link for the attendance.
Yeah, you can share. One of you can take the service of sharing the link in the chat. Okay, that is one thing. Is it clear now? Okay, that point is clear. Yeah.
Yeah, Prabhu, but still your voice is low.
So just a second, let me leave and come back because there is one important announcement.
No, now it's okay. Now it's okay, Prabhu. Now it's fine.
It's clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So first thing is clear. For attendance, you have to do extra thing. I mean, either you can go to the WhatsApp and search for that link and do it, because every day it is cumbersome for us to post it here and there. So one of you take this voluntary service. Okay. Second thing, don't put unnecessary messages in the chat. Why? Your message may be relevant, definitely it is relevant, but then what happens when the speaker is saying, when the speaker is speaking, and as an audience, my focus will go what has been put in the chat box. Is it okay? Yes, it happens. If it is not very necessary.
Prabhuji, sorry to interrupt you, but live is on. Just wanted to let you know.
Oh my God.
You can stop, Prabhu.
Stop? Yeah. Okay, no problem. We'll cut it. Okay, so unnecessary messages, don't try to put. Okay, if it is very necessary, where the speaker is asking for the voting or something, that you can. Okay, now the third announcement is for those who make regular notes in the session. So I'm not very sure how many of you are making, but then through your video we can see many of you are there who make notes. So this seva is for those who like making notes. So what you have to do every day, there are speakers who are.
Prabhu, you're on mute.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so many of you are making. Am I audible now?
Yeah, Prabhu. Okay,
so many of you are making notes. So you have to utilize what you have been doing every day. So whenever the speakers come and they speak some points which really strike you, that point you can put it in the Zoom group. At that point you can put it in the Zoom group. You need not put like 10 lines, 20 lines, 30 lines. Just 4 or 5 lines from each of you will do that. Okay, there are two advantages of this. One is you are doing a recap of what has been told, what has been spoken in the session. Second, it is a reminder for those who are attending or who are not attending, or who are regular or who are not regular. So can you do this seva, those who are making notes, can you do this seva regularly?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah.
I will do. I am making notes.
Yeah, please do that. Need not elaborate whatever the speaker has spoken. There are beautiful points, beautiful realizations which they're sharing. That thing you can just put it over there. Please do not write anyone's name, either my name or anyone's name. No need to write that. But yes, you can say thanks to the speakers. Okay. So,
yes, Prabhu.
You can do this seva for all the Zoom sessions, but especially for Bhagavatam, please do that.
Yes, Prabhu. Please do that. Bhagavatam I attend, so I will do for Bhagavatam, Prabhu.
Yeah. Thank you so much. My part is done. Anything else, Mataji? Narayani Mataji, you want to say?
No, nothing, Prabhu. That's it.
Okay, Haribo, thank you. Thank
you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, just wanted to bring up one thing, Prabhuji. The spotlight is changing. I don't know what is the reason, Prabhuji. This is around the 3rd or 4th class in which the spotlight changed, Prabhuji.
I think spotlight changes for the one who speaks, correct? No, whoever is speaking, the spotlight would go.
No, Prabhuji. It is at first when we are the host. At that time only we have to put the spotlight to the speaker. So today what happened, because you became a host, so I couldn't able to even spotlight Mataji.
Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji. For around 1/3 of the class, Karpagavali Mataji was being spotlighted.
Okay. See, these kind of messages, no, you can put me directly, because see, it was not live stream. Then someone messaged me, and then
Prabhuji, I messaged you.
Yeah. So thank you. So these kind of messages, you can put it to the individual, to the host, to the co-host, like that. Even if you put it in a general forum, that is also okay. So you tell us, Mataji. No problem. We'll take care. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Hare Krishna
Hare
to
Krishna,
everyone.
Prabhuji,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Pranam.
Hare
Thank you so
Krishna,
much.
Prabhuji. Thank you,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you.